We're going into Buffalo this week. Got my Fins jacket. I don't know if the goggles are for the champagne after the Fins win, but we're ready. We're dressed for the weather.
Are you ready for some football?
Whoa! The Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl. You saw it here first.
Oh, baby, what is this? When did they win it? I don't even know the year.
Woo! This looks good.
What is this, 2010?
You can just take that off.
Why is that?
We unfortunately didn't have a Browns bit for you because we never needed to print their logo.
No, this season was just a write-off.
Regular season's over. It's playoffs, baby. We gathered 8 members of the BarDown football team today, and we're gonna be doing a Super Bowl bracket challenge. You guess a wild card weekend matchup correctly, 1 point. You guess a divisional matchup correctly, 2 points. You get the conference matchup correct, 3 points, and if you pick the Super Bowl champion,
8.
5.
if you win this challenge, you can pick any jersey off of the NFL Canada website.
What happens if you lose?
They're gonna have to do street art of random people for at least an hour.
I really don't want to do that. I really do not want to do that.
I am the worst artist you'll ever meet.
Oh, I'm sick at that. I actually, in the past life, I did caricatures.
That's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie.
There's a reason I did graphic design and stopped.
I'm a stick person, exclusively artist. We're probably gonna be doing this in February, and it could be like a snowstorm.
So you're saying I got to take the Broncos off the board? All right, well, it's nice while it lasted.
There's another team I see here that I can throw away, the Baltimore Ravens. We got them here 4 times. This one, I'm just gonna keep them with me for fighting spirit.
We'll fill out the wild card weekend first. Let's start in the AFC side here. Oh, the 7-2 seed looks a little weird. Oh, right. They didn't make it.
We're starting with Bills Dolphins, and obviously the Bills are winning that matchup.
I want to make something very clear. If Tua is healthy and playing, Miami is winning this game, okay? Luckily for Chris Hine, I don't think he's gonna go.
Because we're filming this on Tuesday, so we really don't know who's in and who's out. So we don't know if Tua's gonna play. We don't know if Lamar's gonna play.
See, I was making fun of Pac because he wore a bunch of Dolphin stuff and then was like, I'm not going to pick the Dolphins. And I was like, you're a coward. So I guess I got to pick the Dolphins.
That's an easy pick for me, even if Tua's there. Tua hasn't been that great down the stretch anyways.
Easiest one, Buffalo Bills. Congrats, you're playing divisional weekend.
I think Hy would be proud of me. Good for the Bills there. It's kind of hard to not root for the Bills right now.
Going into Buffalo, cold weather game, playoffs, I think it's pretty hard to beat Josh Allen in Buffalo.
What it really comes down to is, can the Bills contain Tyreek and Waddle? I'm gonna go with the Bills, which would, I think, put them down on this side.
Early September, when Dolphins fans were celebrating a win, these guys were acting like the division was a lock. I cannot wait to squish the fish.
I think the Buffalo Bills are gonna get it done. Goggles are off. Hats off.
And then we've got the game that my heart is in. Do you use your head or do you use your heart?
Bengals over Ravens, because Eric told me I didn't get any bonus points for picking the Ravens.
If Lamar plays, the Ravens have a chance. They've beat Cincy once this year with Lamar.
If Lamar was playing, I would probably take the Ravens because I think the Bengals are just a touch overrated.
Eric, shut those ears. You're not gonna want to hear this.
Sorry, Eric. The Ravens aren't moving on, buddy.
I think I'm taking those stupid Tigers. If I knew for a fact Lamar was playing, I would pick them.
But I'm taking the Bengals. Pretty easy. Burrow now with so much playoff experience after getting there once against the Super Bowl already.
The spotlight is never too bright for Joe Burrow. Joey B.
Joey January, Joe Cool.
Though I love Joe Shiesty though.
You love the whole Bengals.
I don't love the Bengals. I do like Joe Mixon though and Jamar Chase though. But
This guy's money in the playoffs.
He'll be smoking cigars all over these Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna pick them to go.
Good old divisional playoff game, but I think the Bengals are gonna take this.
I'm gonna go Bengals with it.
Bengals.
I do think the Bengals are going to win that game.
The Jaguars and the beloved Chargers, of course.
Two of the most storied franchises in NFL history.
We got 2 first-time quarterbacks playing in their first playoff games.
It's an all-time hair matchup between Herbert and Lawrence.
Lawrence's hair kind of sucks. Give me some poof. Give me some volume.
I just really love the Jaguars. I really, really believe in Trevor Lawrence. He's been on fire to end the season.
The Jags, low-key, have been on a bit of a heater. The biggest thing here is the coaching matchup. Peterson won a Super Bowl.
Turn this team from the first overall pick to a playoff team.
There's pretty much nobody more creative when it comes to blowing it than the Chargers. So I'm gonna take the Jaguars here.
I think I'm actually gonna take an upset here and go with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's an upset. Kind of a cheap one because they're the home team, but
It's still the Jags. And I know all the Chargers are going to charge it. Let's not overthink this one.
We're gonna pick the team whose defense I trust more. Trusting the Chargers in the playoffs seems crazy, but then they're going against a team who historically has lost the most amount of games since they've been a part of the league.
So I'll flip my Fighting Lions for this one because I really don't have a preference. The Fighting Jaguars seem like the best team to represent the Fighting Lions, so. Hey, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here we go.
kind of exciting to see the Jaguars back. It's been a while since old Blakey Bortles was there instead of a Packers practice squatter.
Herbert is a good quarterback. The Chargers are winning that game.
Chargers headed to Arrowhead.
I'm gonna go KC over Dolphins. Then I'm going Chargers. So, and then I'm gonna go Bengals again. I think this time we're gonna leave that for now.
Over the NFC.
Yeah, I'm gonna mull that one over.
All right, the NFC. What a crapshoot this is, huh?
You got a lot of garbage quarterbacks over here.
Geno Smith, Brock Purdy, just as we all suspected.
Purdy, bum. Geno Smith, not really a bum, but whatever.
I would say all of these matchups are so hard to pick. Oh, except for this one.
I hate it as a Broncos fan that the Seattle Seahawks are in the playoffs and they also have our top 5 pick. Yeah, they also beat us in the Super Bowl a few years ago, so that's also, man, screw you, Seattle.
49ers over the Seahawks might be the easiest one. I trust Brock Purdy enough to get a wild card win at home.
I'm gonna go my boy Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, the best.
I think that the 49ers are gonna handle the Seahawks pretty easily.
Props to Geno for breaking all the franchise records at quarterback. Pete Carroll also, by the way, should be a Coach of the Year candidate here based on everyone's expectations of this team.
Geno Smith, as good as he's been against mediocre defenses, tough defenses have proven to be a bit of an issue for him. San Francisco's defense is one of the toughest in the league.
Thank you, refs, for ruining the NFC playoffs.
Would have liked the Lions or the Packers to squeak into this spot.
Seattle does not deserve to be here. This should be Dan Campbell and the Lions, which everybody would love to see. So just out of spite, we're gonna roll with the Niners here.
That's why I wanted these guys in it. The Lions would actually probably put up a fight. I like what Geno's done, but we don't have to spend too much time on that.
Who do you trust less to win you a playoff game? Kirk Cousins or Danny Dimes?
There's so much of me that wants to say the Giants are going to win this game. And it's not because of the Giants, it's because of the Vikings.
Kirk Cousins, bum. Yeah, he's a bum. Daniel Jones, good runner, bum.
I don't see Daniel Jones rolling in and winning this playoff game. I know this is the matchup that a lot of people are picking upset.
I'm going with the Giants here because I just think that even though the Vikings beat them once this year, it was a really close game and it wasn't prime time. And if there's anybody that's going to crumble in the spotlight, it's Kirk Cousins.
I don't believe in Kirk Cousins.
You believe in Daniel Jones?
A little more than Kirk Cousins. Whenever I think of Kirk Cousins, I think of him singing Broadway musicals. Look at Kirk Cousins trying to gritty.
Cousins in and the quarterback sneak, leading the dance moves.
I'm gonna go Minnesota over the Giants, which actually might be like a controversial pick considering they won one of their insane record number of one-score games against the Giants. They've got the best receiver in football.
I think the Vikings are frauds. I don't know, is that just me? I think there's a clear blueprint on how to beat this team. Just stop Justin Jefferson. That's all you have to do.
There's nobody on the Giants that can cover Justin Jefferson. And when you do cover Justin Jefferson, you leave TJ Hawkinson open for 2 touchdowns.
Seeing Jair lock up Jefferson in that game against Green Bay, I think that exposed some holes and they're going to fix it.
Call me crazy. I'm going to pick the Giants.
I don't see it personally. I think the Vikings.
I'm gonna ride with the Giants. I think Dable should be Coach of the Year.
And Danny Dimes, I think he deserves a little bit more respect with what he's done this year.
What's up, you squids? I'm in Ixtapa, Mexico right now, just meters away from the beach, and let's talk about some NFL teams who are probably going to be joining me on a beach in the near future. Without Tua, the Dolphins do not have a chance to beat the Bills in Buffalo, so let's chalk that one up. I think the 49ers are just going to take care of business with the Seahawks. I don't think that one's going to be too close either. I think the Giants have a good chance to beat the Minnesota Vikings. The Giants have been playing some good football. I'm into Danny Dimes. I could see that one going in New York's favor, so see you soon, Kirk, and see you soon, Justin Jefferson, although I love you, buddy.
45-year-old man, senior citizen, never lost to the Cowboys.
Average margin of victory in those games? above double digits.
You've also never had a losing season, and you did this year. So it's a year first for Brady.
And if I'm crazy enough to pick the Chargers to win a playoff game, let's go. Let's go.
I've been rooting against Tom Brady my entire life. And guess what? I'm gonna keep rooting against Tom Brady. I'm picking the Cowboys to move on here.
Dallas is like the way better team on offense and on defense. They just like really find ways to lose when it comes to crunch time.
Bucks went into Dallas and just destroyed them. I know it was week 1. I'm going the Bucks. This was probably an upset if they do win because they've looked just doo-doo this season.
The Bucks suck. They're bad. They're like so bad this year.
I'm a Giselle girl. I'm for the girls. Tom Brady, please leave. He's done enough. He should have just ended it when he did.
Brady, GOAT. Not quite same GOAT. What is Dak Prescott? Is he not the bum that is Kirk Cousins?
It's impressive to lead the league in interceptions when you've played 5 less games than other people. I think I'm just going to go with Brady.
The Cowboys are gonna pull it out and hopefully end Brady's career. The guy's gonna play until he's 55.
When the Bills win the Super Bowl, I want it to be against Tom Brady. That's only fitting. So Cowboys, see you later. We're putting the Bucks.
Cowboys fans remain the most tortured franchise in football, which I don't feel bad about. Screw the Cowboys.
I think I might go Seahawks over 49ers. This is gonna be good. I'm either winning or losing. I'm gonna go Giants. And then I'm gonna go Bucks. Yeah, baby! And then I'm gonna go. Look at that'll be sick. Let's see an Eagles Giants. Does he keep going though? That's the question. Can he take down the Eagles?
I think that Mahomes versus Trevor Lawrence, that's a matchup that we're probably gonna see a lot for years to come.
The Chiefs are going to absolutely run over Jacksonville. We're not going to waste too much time there. Jacksonville, that's a success anyways, right?
But I'm putting the Chiefs on the board. Mahomes is too much. It's pretty self-explanatory.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs to move on. I think they'll handle this one pretty easily and keep that Super Bowl window open.
I love the Jags team. They're exciting, they're fun, but I think that their season ends there.
I gave the Chargers their first win. That's where my generosity runs out. It's pretty clear to me that the Chiefs move on.
I'll award them. Jackson Mahomes has been quiet this year, so we'll award KC that they're going to be moving on. Also, it's the Chargers, so I mean, what are we expecting, right?
So now we got Chiefs, we got Chargers. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. Sorry, Mahomes, you're going home. Herbert is winning that game. Chargers going to the conference championship game.
We got the Buffalo Buffy Boys and the Cincinnati Tiger Kings. It comes down to defense to me, and the Bengals have a fine defense. I don't think you can beat Josh Allen and the Bills with a serviceable, fine defense.
It feels like Josh Allen, I know there's been some ups and downs this year with his play, but the Bills team overall, I think a bit more consistent than the Bengals.
The Bills. I really just want to see this, and if manifestation is anything with any ounce of reality, then this is what I want to happen.
I really want to pick Cincinnati, and I'm going to be upset at myself that I don't pick Cincinnati.
We're going to have a 1-2 rematch in the conference finals.
Goodbye, Bengals. Joe Burrow, you're great.
Joey B in January. He's a guy you don't want to bet against.
Yeah, well, the window's going to be open next year, so it's fine. I definitely think it's going to be the year of breaking tables for the Bills.
The AFC Championship that we had last year, I know the whole world's rooting for the Bills. Well, guess what? I'm rooting against the Bills.
But I feel like we're destined for another Bills-Chiefs chapter.
You're coming to Orchard Park, you're coming to the Ralph, and this is just, come on. There's no way.
Why is the side of the board so stinky?
These games, if this is how it goes, wow, we're in for some fun, okay? Let's start.
Eagles and Bucks. Yeah, that's an Eagles win, but the Eagles team with their defense and Jalen Hurts coming back, it's going to be too much for the Bucks to stop.
Going to Philly, hostile environment, good luck, Tom. You get eaten alive. I hope batteries get thrown at you too.
I think I'm going the same way as the Chargers here, Cowboys fans. I gave you your flowers. I picked you to win a game. I'm going to look like an idiot because of it, and I'm not doing it twice. You're in.
I think that the Eagles just come out on top pretty much any way you slice it. So I think the Eagles are going back to the conference championship.
I have been very vocal against anti-Eagles this whole season. The Eagles are so overrated. Sorry, like Hurts had a good year, MVP. Come on, like let's be real here.
We've seen some one seeds go one and done. I don't think the Eagles are one of those teams, especially if they play against a divisional opponent like the Giants, that they've just handled with ease this year.
The Giants are upsetting the Eagles in the divisional round.
Here's where the fraudulent Vikings finally lose, and it's going to be on the road in San Francisco.
The deeper that Minnesota gets, the more that primetime Kirky Boy could show up. So I'm going with the very bold 1-2 seeds on each side here.
Brock Purdy has been that guy since he came in. Brandon Ayuk is unbelievable. George Kittle, and let's just add Christian McCaffrey into the fold. Why not?
The defense is great. Nick Bosa, probably Defensive Player of the Year.
I had a tough time deciding between the Cowboys and the Bucks, so that makes my decision between the Cowboys and the Niners a little bit easier.
Why not? Yeah, let's do it. They keep showing up, so.
I'm going to keep going with the 49ers. I think they're just such a well-oiled machine that they'll take down the Cowboys.
I think that Dak Prescott, he's going to be pretty vulnerable against a Niners defense that proved to be probably a top 3 defense in the league.
Fred Warner, incredible. Drake Greenlaw, incredible. Talanoa Hufanga, unbelievable safety.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. The Bucks are beating the Niners. This is playoff Brady. You really expect me to take Mr. Irrelevant over the greatest quarterback of all time in a playoff game? No.
Unfortunately, I think that this is where the Bills' luck runs out. I just think that Patrick Mahomes steps to the plate like his daddy and moves on to the Super Bowl.
And it's the Buffalo Bills, and they're going to a neutral site, and I think they're actually going to do it.
It's tough to pick against the Bills. It is, especially considering I think a lot of people on this team are going to be taking Buffalo. And if I'm wrong, I'm making stick people alert.
I'm going to go Buffalo. I think the Bills finally get it done. I think they really are like a team of destiny. I trust the team that's not doing ring around the rosies in week 18.
Look at this. I've never seen that before in my life.
Here, I'm gonna go, again, making Hein proud. Bills. I'm gonna go right here. Again, breaking table season.
Bills are beating the Chargers. Bills are going to the bowl. I hope to be there. I already got the Airbnb. I've had the Airbnb booked since August. I've had my Waste Management tickets since October. The Bills are going to the bowl.
Chiefs, Bengals. Chiefs did a phenomenal job blowing that game in the second half last year. I don't know. I'm such a Patrick Mahomes fanboy. I'm gonna put them through. I think they've just been so good this year, even without Tyreek Hill, who, by the way, had such a great season for the Miami Dolphins. We're gonna send the Chiefs through.
Is Mr. Irrelevant going to go undefeated in his career to get to the Super Bowl? Just seems like too much, but like if anyone's gonna do it, it's Kyle Shanahan.
I'm going to take the Eagles out of the NFC. It's more about the defense than it is anything else. I mean, no one's talking about their franchise record in sacks. First time in NFL history, 4 guys with 10+ sacks. That's nuts.
The Niners defense is just so good. I know I've been saying it throughout this whole bracket, and you're probably like, stop talking about the defense.
I think if I have to pick one defense to pull a game out, I'm sticking with the Niners.
I'm gonna take the Niners. I think that they're going into the Super Bowl.
It comes down to star players, and I think there's something special about this San Francisco 49ers team. I do. It's time to start calling them Mr. Relevant, because the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl, baby.
I want to see that guy with the Eagles helmet or the mask. You know, the guy that was shirtless running around with, like, with his belly hanging out with the Eagles mask. Oh, also the guy that has all the tattoos on his stomach. I want him to show up too.
I have not once seen my team beat Tom Brady in person. And then this coward leaves the division when he sees Josh Allen there. You're not hiding anymore. I got the Bucks. Go into the bowl.
I kind of want to redo this one. This one seems boring now. I don't want a rematch. Nobody likes rematches.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. Joe Feisty, absolutely making the Super Bowl. Eagles.
Wow.
Bengals.
Once you made that decision, you ran through it, man.
Yeah, that was easy. It's obvious. I chose a lot of obvious picks. A lot of Dolphins. I must be unanimous at this point.
The moment you've all been waiting for. The Chiefs in the red corner. The 49ers in the blue corner. Who's it gonna be in the little orange square?
A guy who's undefeated as a starter. Undefeated! He's rivaling Dan Marino with his records. Finally goes up against big bad Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
I can't do it. It's got to be the Chiefs. The stupid street arts making me do it. I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl, and I hate to say that, but I just think it's going to happen.
Going back to the Chiefs. But there it is. Patrick Mahomes, MVP of the season, MVP of the Super Bowl. The Chiefs win again.
I think it's just going to come down to quarterback play, and Patrick Mahomes is just far and away the #1 player in the NFL. He's going to win the MVP this year.
If this was the Super Bowl, I'd be really happy. You guys would be really happy. There's only one team that's going to be happy, though. One fan base that's going to be happy. The Buffalo Bills! Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Buffalo! Let's go, Buffalo! Yeah, they're winning the Super Bowl.
Brady versus the Bills. Bills fans' ultimate revenge on Tom Brady. You know who's taking this. Bills, Super Bowl champs.
This team just has the storylines this year. They have the roster. They have the quarterback. I think it's hard to bet against the Bills.
I would like to go and see some tables broken myself. So I would like to see Buffalo win it. They can party at Dave & Buster's or the local Applebee's after.
Oh yeah, this spot hot.
I'll even give you a score. 37-13, Bills over the Bucks for the Super Bowl. Josh Allen MVP, Tom Brady, 2 picks, sacked 3 times.
It's so crazy that if Tua never got hurt, how different my bracket would be.
This is the sword I'm about to fall on. And go Ravens.